Hi everyone, welcome to RPA Explorers channel.
I hope you guys are doing good, and in today's video we are going to see the part 2 of get methods from an Excel connector. So in the previous video we have seen about the part 1 in which we have covered get active sheet name method till get column name by index. And in today's video we are going to see rest of its method. Let's get started with get filter data, and also we have a sample Excel for this example. Excel which we have used in previous example, and also in the sheet methods and delete methods of an Excel connector. We have random sheets and we do have some values on it. So let's see how you can use this get filter data method. Drag and drop this, and also make sure in order to use any of your Excel connector method you have to use the open method first to open your Excel. The first parameter, which is sheet name, and name suggests it is used to give us the filter data on the given sheet. And I have filters on all the columns, but I haven't selected any particular filter or condition. Let's see how the method look without filtering it. First, which is sheet name, here it is new sheet, and also the next parameter, which is row number. Here you have to provide the row number from which you want to get the cell data. For I'll just give 4. The next, which is first row as header. So here in our case the first row, which is header, will execute the process, and also I'm going to close the Excel. The data, so we get the data which is from John Smith entry level something, and we'll see the output John Smith, which is from the 4th row. And here the first row is considered as header and rest of the rows are our actual value. So now let's make it as false to see its value. Now let's preview the data. So if you see, after we make the column header as false, it has given us all the value which is from the column 4. So this is how this filter data work, and you have to provide row number in such a way it will give you the values from the row you have given. And now let's see how you can actually get the filter data, for which I am going to apply filter on my role column. So let me make it as software engineer, and let's click on OK. So currently we have 3 columns with role software engineer, and also we can see the row number which is 4, 10 and row number. Now I'm going to make the row number to be default, which is 1, and let's run it again. So let's preview the data. If you see, we have 3 columns, and this time if you notice that it has given us the column header as a separate row. So if you are not applying filter, you can make it to false. So currently we have all output which is in the expected format. So I hope you understand this method. The next method, which is get filter data address. So let me drag and drop this. So as the name says, it is used to give us the filter data address. For example, here the filter data address, which is like from A10 to E11. So it preview the data, and if you see, it has given the value which is A1 to F1, and second we should have A10 to F10, and third which is A11 to F11. So let me delete this one. I'll just rerun it again to show you the exact output. So preview the data, and this time you can see that A1 to E1, A10 and A11. So basically this method gives us the list of all the addresses on which the filter is applied. And so the next method, which is get row value, and this is one of the most used method. And the next parameter, which is row number. So let's see how you can get a specific row. I'll give 3 over here, and on top of it you have to open this window, and here you have to provide the column value. For example, let me give A, B, and click on OK. Get the value from column A and B from the 3rd row. So we'll run this now. Okay, we'll look at the value of A, so which is 12 expected. B should be A, B, C. So this is expected. And this is how you can get a value from a specific row. And what if you want to get values from all the given rows from an Excel? Use for loop, and I want to get the values from the index 2, which is from the 2nd row, till end of my Excel, which is on 9th row. So I'm going to provide my index 2, and 2 should be 9. In real time, make sure you use this method, which is called rows count. So to get the total number of rows in the Excel, which you have to give it to the 2 parameter, you have to use this method which gives us the total number of rows in the Excel. So remove the row number, just provide this index. Okay, and now I'm going to keep a breakpoint so that I can show each value for each loop. let me close this and so let's see what is the index value now. It should be 2. So this is 2 now. Let's look at its value, which is 13. So it's 13, and then you should have this Alexander Miller for B. Yes, the next index, which is 3. Okay, the reason we have error is we shouldn't close the Excel after this get row value. Instead, we should close after we process all the rows in the for loop. So it has to be here, not over here. And I'll try to run it again. So I'll show the value from the third index. Let me look at the index value. So it is 9. And the value which is 6 from the 9th row. Yeah, it is 6 and it is like Emma Davis. Let's see the object. In case you want to weave each item of some show component or something. And let's look at the next method, which is get selected range. Give us the selected range from the given sheet. So currently I don't have anything selected here. Let me randomly select something. So I'll select from A2 to D8. Okay, so I'll give this, and now we are going to run this. If you see, it has given us the expected output, which is from A2 to D8. So I also select the single cell. So I'll select E4. So this is E4. So yeah, this is how you can make use of this method. The next method, which is get sheet names, and this method also I have explained in the sheet methods of an Excel video. If you want to know more about sheet methods in Excel connector, you can also watch that video. So this is basically used to get all the sheet names from the given Excel. Now it should give us a list of output like sheet 1, sheet 3, data, range, and so on. List of sheet which is from the given Excel. And the next method, which is get used range, give us the used range from the given Excel. For it should give us the output which is from A1 to C9. So you have a parameter to include headers or not, so you can include it. And let me run this. So I'll provide the sheet name 3. You can see that it has given the expected value, which is A1 to C9, which is get values by column. So in the previous video we have seen this method, which is called get column name by index, and this is like get values by column. So in sheet 1 you have a column name like ID, name, level, and everything. So name, but here when you just right click on this, go to static, you will be able to see only the alphabetical column name. You will not be able to provide the actual name from the Excel. You will want to randomly select B. Let's click on OK. The next parameter, which is first row is header. So if your first row is header, make it to true. If not, just make it false. And the next, which is distinct, let it be true. We'll run and show you the output. And also you have something called value type. Let's double click on this. So here all and visible. So let me make it all now, and we'll see the data. So it should ideally give us all the column values from the given column, which is B. So in sheet 1, the column B value, which starts from Alexander Miller to Davis, and we have all the output. So the final value, which is null, as the data which is ends in H10. So it is also giving us the value from B10, which is null. Okay, let me click on OK. And now let's have some duplicates over here. For example, I'll just copy this John Smith and put it over here. We'll just quickly preview its data. And if you see, we have only one John Smith, and so John Smith, Emily Johnson, and then John Smith should be there, but we don't have that. A parameter distinct, which is true, so it is giving us only the unique values from the given column. If you want to print all the value irrespective of the duplicates, then make sure you change it to false. I've explored all the get methods in part 1 and part 2 of this video. I hope you guys find this video helpful. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and also please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching this video till the end.